how are you doing? You're a twink boy. Normal twink host no here. You have Sergey. Sergey tell you everything great about communism. That tasted bad. I'll never say that again. I will never, ever say that again. Communism is terrible. Oh my goodness. But you know it's not terrible. We got this dude trying to be a tough guy, telling Donald Trump, "Hey, don't bring the National Guard to Chicago. We built different in Chicago," and then immediately turns around and like, I ain't no gangbanger. I'm not that guy. I'm not him. Immediately just turns around, like punked out immediately. Hilarious. Cracked me up. We also got Tennessee has a new law that forces. I'm sorry, doesn't. It mandates gun control, or I'm sorry, gun safety be taught in schools. I'm here for that. I really very much enjoy that. And then Brian Stelter says that I am racist. So it's ironic because Brian Stelter said it's baldly racist, and I'm like, have you like just once in the past? Like, are you calling yourself racist, Brian? What are you doing there? What are you doing? Who is the I don't I think Brian Stelter's an idiot. I think Brian Stelter is an idiot, and I think he's the big story of the day. Unfortunately, he's something of a moron. So But before we get into the news, we have the full show on YouTube and Rumble just for this week. Next week, the first segment will be on YouTube. The full show will be on Rumble. It will be uncensored. It will be off the wall and crazy as it is. This is a tame version of the show just for this week, just in case the YouTube peoples want to come watch the whole show. If not, hey, whatever. I mean, you watch the first segment. That's usually going to be the biggest story anyways. Sometimes I do save the biggest story for last if it's something like I really want to talk about and get tangenty on, but I will I'll try to do the most important story first from now on, so that at least you guys on YouTube are getting the most important story going forward. But for now, I'm just going to tiz them all over the place as I do. I did something here, and I don't know how to undo it. I don't know what I did over here. I don't know how to undo it. I don't know how to fix it. I'm kind of retarded. Can I say retarded on YouTube? Probably not. You can't say much on there. I think I've said it like 4 times though. But anyway, let's get into Mr. I'm a tough guy, but I'm not a gangbanger, who immediately punked out after basically being called out for not being a gangbanger. Ignore the cheap gaming headset. Don't judge me. I'm a poor boy. I'm working on it. I don't know how to make Bluetooth work. It's a new computer. I gotta get the tech guy out to get the Bluetooth to work. All right. Anyway, let's listen to this man. He's gonna say dumb things, and we're gonna laugh at him.
Trump, do not send a national.
Nope, he's not gonna say anything because I never switched my audio source. I'm a professional, I swear. Uh-oh. I don't know how to... Uh-oh. It might be broken. Oh, God, what have I done? I don't know how to fix this. I don't know what I've done here. I have. I am having technical difficulties. I have lost I've lost me. I don't know where things went. I don't know how to go back. It's taken away my top bar and I don't know how to go back. Like there's no it full screen somehow. I don't know what button I pushed. Oh, there we go. I fixed it. Okay, I fixed it. I'm not great with technology if you haven't figured it out by now. I I am winging it. I'm not doing great with it. I'm figuring things out. I just started pushing buttons, and one of them said exit full screen. I'm going to level with you. It's F11 in the future. If you ever get stuck in full screen and don't know how to get, I tried escape and it didn't work. I thought that was the whole point of the escape key. Was it would escape from bad situations, but no, apparently not. Apparently, it's more like a fort escape, and it's not going to help you in a bad situation. Useless. I digress. Let's go on with the show. Let's make fun of the chubby chocolate friend. Okay, we're gonna make fun of him now.
Trump, do not send the National Guard to Chicago, gang. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different fucking breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles. Nigga, we are not Washington, D.C. Nigga, this is Chicago, nigga. Them niggas go fight back. I'm telling you, them niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They not going for that shit, bro. I know.
Switches. So if you don't know what a switch is, for YouTube's sake, this is an airsoft gun. It's not real. A switch replaces the backplate of your Glock, and it turns it into a machine gun. This backplate comes off. You put the switch on, and then it's literally a switch. You push it one way and it's full auto, and you push it the other way and it's semi-auto. For YouTube, that is an airsoft gun. It is not a real gun. It is a training gun. It is not real. It does not hold or fire ammunition. So what he's saying when he says we have switches is he's saying we have full auto Glocks. Now Glocks are chambered in 9mm, 40, 10mm, 45. The government has belt-fed machine guns. The National Guard has belt-fed machine guns, and they're chambered in 308, which it 308 fucks, to put it lightly. 308 will rip through your car and your neighbor's fridge at the same time. Like you're not hiding from 308. You're gonna get dead if you shoot at the National Guard with your Glock with a switch. You're gonna get all the dead. You're not surviving. It's probably not a good idea. You're shooting like at most 30 rounds of 9mm in a very inaccurate way because most people aren't a good enough shooter for a fully automatic pistol. Which I've always hated fully automatic pistols because most people aren't good enough at recoil management to justify a fully automatic pistol. Like 99% of the people who shoot aren't good enough to justify a full auto pistol. Just plain and simple. But they got Glocks with switches. They don't have support elements and helicopters and the ability to like tear gas a whole street, but they got Glocks with switches. So take this chubby out of shape gentleman's advice, and Trump, don't deploy the National Guard because they got Glocks with switches, dude.
Much y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Nigga, do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago by the city by itself. Trump, do not send the National Guard.
I will say he was 100% right when he said there's more bad people than good people in Chicago. Chicago is just a shithole. Chicago is a crime-riddled dumpster fire, I will say. I just really think it's funny that people are like, oh, we have Glocks with switches. Oh, we'll win a gunfight. You've never been in a gunfight, homie. And if you have been in a gunfight, you held it sideways and you sprayed half a mag out of your fucking Glock and you didn't hit anything. Okay? I'll just put it. You didn't hit nothing. It was, you're, no. And then he comes out later and he's like, I'm not a gang. I'm not affiliated with gang because like probably a couple gang members found him and we're like, yo, shut up. We don't want that. We don't want the heat. These people are trying to make money. You think they want the National Guard coming to their door? Like, you think these gangbangers want the National Guard showing up at their house and rolling them up? No, they're trying to make money. They're trying to sell drugs. They're stealing stuff and selling things and selling drugs and doing drugs. They're not trying to get into fights with the National Guard. They'll just go deal somewhere else. If the National Guard's in the area, they'll go deal somewhere else. It's what anyone who's not a complete moron would do. This guy's dumb. This guy's dumb. Ignore this guy. He is dumb. And then he immediately backpedaled and was like, "Oh, I'm not affiliated with gangs. I'm not a tough guy." Because I guarantee you, someone probably roughed him up a little bit. It was like, "Hey, shut up. Tell him you're fucking around. Tell him you're not serious. You're not affiliated. You don't speak for us. And then shut up and don't post anything like that ever again." I mean, I do think it's funny though that he's like, "We have Glocks with switches." Okay. The National Guard has miniguns on helicopters. Like, you're not winning that. Like, it's going to take a lot more than a Glock with a switch to win that fight. I can't wrap my head around people that are like, I'm going to fight the National Guard and I'm going to win. Best chance you have is occupation. If things ever went completely sideways, the National Guard, a lot of those guys are probably going to be like, yo, I can't occupy this street corner. My child is starving. I'm going home. You're probably going to lose, I'd say you'd probably lose 2/3 of the National Guard to people just being like, dude, my kid's starving. I'm out of here. I got a family to feed. I'm not occupying this street corner in Chicago. I have to feed my family. Like, money means nothing. Society's completely collapsed. I got to feed my kid. I'm not staying here. And they're going to take their guns and ammo and they're going to leave. I mean, that's probably the most reasonable. You'll probably get maybe half of the National Guard would be like, no, we have a duty. We're going to see this out. We're going to stick around. I bet you a lot of these dudes would get that text from their wife. It's been 2 weeks. We have no more food. The stores are closed. We're hungry. Like, we're almost out of food. We're running low on water. What do we do? And they're going to be like, yo, I got to go. I got to go take care of my family. That's what I would do. If I were in the National Guard and I were deployed to, like, Cleveland or some shit, or if I were deployed to some city that's got a bunch of rioting going on and, like, things just completely deteriorated, I'm not going to stand around in that city and wait. I'm going to be like, my wife is hungry. My wife needs water and medicine. I'm out of here. I'm not staying. I think a lot of people would just peace out on that. I think this guy's an idiot. I think he was trying to talk tough on the internet. I think he was trying to look like a badass. And it backfired. It blew up in his face. He did not look tough. He did not look like a badass. He just kind of looked like a dummy. You know, make fun of him, laugh at him. He's a big dummy. Let's jump over to the main story. Let's talk about my favorite news anchor who hosts everything in gay voice because he is indeed a chubby little gay boy, Brian Stelter. Brian Stelter said people that are reporting on the Ukrainian woman being stabbed, and I'm not calling her the Ukrainian woman to be disrespectful. Her name's really hard for me to say because I'm kind of retarded, so I'm going to call her the Ukrainian woman to be as respectful as I can. I believe her name was, I don't remember. I don't want to butcher it. I am trying. I'm trying not to. Like I said, Ukrainian people, cool. Ukrainian government, Not cool. Don't like the Ukrainian government. Ukrainian people, though, they haven't done anything wrong to me yet. They've come to my country and got murdered after seeking refuge here. I mean, that's something. I'm not proud of that. That's not something I'm proud of as an American. That people coming here get stabbed on subways. Like, she'd have been safer in Ukraine. That's insane. Let's listen to Dummy say dumb things. If you're new here, I don't like Brian Stelter. He's an idiot. Like, not arguably, Brian Stelter might be the dumbest person on the internet. And that's coming from me, so that's saying something. Brian Stelter might be the most stupid person to ever grace the internet. Let's get into it.
Really, over the weekend, Elon Musk, Charlie Kirk, other Trump-aligned figures succeeded in making this senseless death a symbol of big city crime. We heard
They succeeded in making the senseless death a symbol of big city crime. Well, hey, Brian, you think maybe there's a problem and that's why big cities are full of crime? You think maybe that might be the issue? Oh, well, if you say that, if you admit to that, then people might start to think, well, what's the problem? Well, when you start to look, the 10 cities with the highest crime rates are all run by, guess who? Democrats. What do you think the common denominator is here? Anyway.
President Trump asked about it yesterday when he was heading home from New York City. He didn't seem to know much about it. He said he would get briefed, and then today, Trump did know all about it. That's exactly what has happened here. This story.
I like how he says that too. He's like, Trump didn't know anything about it. He said he would get briefed, and then he knew everything about it. Yeah, because he just got briefed on it. I understand you're chubby and dumb, but are you that fucking chubby and dumb? You're pretty chubby and dumb. But I mean, is your roundness a measure of how dumb you are? Like, the more round you are, the dumber you are? Brian, for the love of God, stop saying stupid shit. Everything you say is dumb.
Story has trickled up from local news to social media and now to the president's attention. And it's being used, as you said, Brianna, as a political symbol, with MAGA media calling for more forceful punishments and more incarceration. I have to say, some of the replies to Musk, some of the comments around this story are baldly racist, stoking fear of African Americans because this man attacked a white woman.
Stoking fear of African Americans. No, Brian. We're stoking fear of the lack of accountability that these cities take for their criminals. This man was arrested 14 times. At what point do we sit back and say, okay, maybe enough is enough here? Maybe 14 times is too many times, and we're not going to let him out of jail. When no one's sitting there like, yeah, arrest him because he's black. No one. Everyone's sitting there like, hey, this dude got arrested 14 times and he has like a bunch of felonies, and he's dangerous. Why are we letting him do stuff? Why is he not locked up? And then he stabs a girl in the neck and kills her. And we're like, yo, what are you doing?
The open racism on sites like X today, it's eye-popping. But there are also legitimate questions about this so-called career criminal, someone who had been a repeat offender. And those questions, I hope they're not lost amid all of the cesspool kind of comments on social media.
I love Brian Stelter's ability to not know what the hell he's talking about, but still manage to spin it in an anti-right direction. Brian Stelter has to be one of the dumbest human beings alive. And I don't say that in a joking matter. I really believe Brian Stelter is the pinnacle of stupid. I know it probably sounds like I'm just shitting on Brian Stelter. I would trust my 2-year-old nephew to tell me the news before I would trust Brian Stelter. I would trust the crackhead peeing behind the Cracker Barrel to tell me what's going on before I would trust Brian Stelter. I would trust a dog with a random note taped to his collar before I would trust Brian Stelter. Brian Stelter is possibly the dumbest person to ever be put on television. I don't think there's anyone dumber. I don't know. Greta Thunberg has spent a lot of time on television. She's very stupid. She's really stupid. And like, she's not even hot stupid. She's just like stupid. And like I, not even if I was like 4 or 5 beers deep, like I would still be like, bro, shut up. You're not even like, I'm shithoused and I would sleep with anything but you. You're just fucking no. You're no. Shut up, Greta. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. I really don't like Greta Thunberg. Or is it Thunberg? Or I don't care. Shut up, Greta. Stop talking. You're not important anymore. Actually, didn't her boat get like drone striked or something? Greta Thunberg's Gaza Felita hit by drone, organizers claim. Oh yeah, here we go. One of the Gaza-bound vessels carrying aid to pro-Palestinian activists, including Greta Thunberg, was struck by a drone. The Felita organizers have claimed. I like how I can't find where it's at. Right here. Israeli forces boarding a boat carrying humanitarian aid to Gaza and detain 12 activists on board. They immediately bring up Israel. Like, you can't talk about anything without bringing up Israel. It just cracks me up. Yeah, so I hope Greta's okay. I really do. I just hope she shuts up. I just want her to shut the fuck up. Like, just disappear into internet obscurity and like, shut up, please. I hope Greta's okay. Brian Stelter, I hope somebody shits on the fucking ground and he steps in it. I hope he steps in hobo poop. I don't like Brian Stelter. I would say like I'll fight Brian Stelter, but he's probably got HIV from being a homosexual. So I don't want to touch Brian Stelter. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to touch Brian Stelter. I don't want to be within 10 feet of Brian Stelter. He gives me the feeling that he's sticky, and I don't like sticky things. I really don't. I get aggressive when I like. Okay, tism time, story time. So I was going to the store with my buddy and his wife, and it was early in the morning, so we stopped at Sheetz. And if you don't know what Sheetz is, bro, you're fucking missing out. It's a gas station, and they have killer food. Sheetz is awesome. Well, she got the sticks with the syrup, French toast sticks. She got they both got French toast sticks. One of them spilled syrup in my Jeep, and like I legitimately like I had a drink, and the syrup spilled on the drink, and I was just like, nope, out the window. Don't want that anymore. Done with it. And don't come at me. Hey, shut the fuck up, nerd. Yeah, it like no one's allowed to have syrup in my vehicle anymore. I didn't realize. Like, I'd forgotten how much I hated sticky things. Brian Stelter, I do believe, is a sticky thing, and that's probably why I don't like him. Brian, you look sticky. I'm going to continue to not like you until you stop looking sticky. So do something about the fact that you look sticky. Not like if he touched his face, he'd be sticky, but like if you shook his hands would like, you'd have that like dirty keyboard sticky. You know what I mean? Like when you see someone's desk, and it's not like you stick your hand to it and your hand, but it's like it feels like there's a residue after you touch things. That's the kind of sticky I feel like Brian Stelter is. Like if you touched Brian Stelter and then put your hand in the dirt, like there would just be like a fine film between your hand and the dirt. It's Brian Stelter makes me want to fucking he makes me want to take a shower, and not in like the Brian Stelter makes me want to take a shower. You know what I'm saying? No, not in that way. In like the oh god, yeah, I need a shower. Anyway, let's. Why am I like this? Let's move to our last story, and we'll talk about Tennessee being based. Go Tennessee. From News Channel 5 in Nashville. New Tennessee law requires gun safety course in school. What? How cool is that? Lawmakers are bringing a new course to all state classrooms this year, gun safety. Tennessee is the first state to pass a law requiring gun safety training in schools. The idea is to teach kids how to navigate guns in their homes and communities, especially in a state where firearms are prevalent. The Department of Safety and the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency distributed educational materials and a video lesson to school districts this week covering the topic of gun safety. The tone at the younger level is different than it would be for our older students. So we want families to know that too, Wilson explained. Explained Wilson County Schools spokesperson. No, Bart Barker? No way that's your real name. That's a cartoon name. I reject the premise that your name is actually Bart Barker. I disagree with you. I could be wrong. Anyway, he says the educational video for K-2, for example, will carefully introduce the danger of a firearm and encourage a student to avoid a gun, while high school grades will tackle responsibility and safe storage. I have something better. Now, full disclosure, I hate the National Rifle Association. I think the NRA is terrible. However, once upon a time, I was a little tyke. A little tyke. My mother was an NRA instructor. My mother used to be a badass. That's not how you spell. Fuck. When I was a child, we had this on a cassette, I think. Or a VHS, I mean. I think it was a VHS. And I'll just see if I can find...
Stop! Don't touch! I'm at Eagle, and I like it too
So
much.
this is what I grew up.
That's why I say, if you spot
as a
a gun,
kid.
just walk away. Go find an adult. Go tell him what you feel.
And
Gun
I
shouldn't be
will
left
be
lying around.
showing
Yeah,
children
stop.
this.
Don't touch. Leave the area. Tell an adult. Do it with me now. Stop. Don't touch. Leave the area. Tell an adult.
So that song was pounded into my head from the time I was itty bitty until, I was old enough to understand firearms. And I have to say, I disagree with the NRA a lot. I don't like the NRA. The NRA, in my opinion, is terrible. However, man, did they knock it out of the park with Eddie Eagle. A broken clock is right twice a day. What can I say? I personally think the NRA does not want to solve the issue of anti-gun people. They don't seem to give a shit when it comes to AR-15s, AKs, any modern rifle. They don't care about your single shots and your shotguns and things of that nature. They will defend those tooth and nail, but as soon as you get into a more modern weapons platform, they're kind of, oh, what do you need that for? You think you're gonna fight the government with that? Well, maybe. You can't say I don't have a chance at fighting the government with that if I had to. I mean, I'd rather have it and at least have a chance than, have your fucking turkey gun that holds 3 rounds and has a 24-inch barrel. But, to each his own, I guess. I just feel like the NRA makes too much money to want to actually end the gun control movement. I think other companies like Firearm Policy Coalition are significantly better, like significantly better. Also, if you want a good video, if you have little ones, I love Warrior Poet Society. John has a 10-minute video where he talks about the rules of gun safety and whatnot. And John was a former Army Ranger, so he's not just some guy. It's not like some dude just,
All right, hey guys, John
talking.
Lovell here. We're going over the
This
universal
is
firearm
John
safety
Lovell
rules
from Warrior
today.
Poet
I'm making this
Society.
video for a few reasons. One is if you're new to shooting, you really need a baseline of safety. You may think, hey, yeah, obviously don't point a gun at anyone, don't put your gun.
So
treat all guns as if they're loaded
he
and
just
always
kinda
know the
goes
condition
through-
of your gun. I've got 2 guns right over here. Ignore my screen. Means is even if I'd bet my life that this gun was empty, I'm still not going to point it at myself. I'm not going to point it at someone else. And furthermore, I'm going to know the
I
condition
digress.
of my gun.
You get the point.
That basically means
you get the point. He goes into depth and explains the what, the why, and the how on the 4 rules of firearm safety. Great video if you're new to guns. Great video. Or if you have children's. Eddie Eagle and Universal Firearm Safety Rules from Warrior Poet Society. Great source material. I would I would always recommend John Lovell. I'm a big fan of John Lovell. He seems like a pretty cool dude, except for when he shaves his beard. Then he does not look like a cool dude, and I want to avoid him because I don't like people that don't have beards. I don't know why. It's just this thing in me where if you don't have a beard, I don't like you. Also, if like you're bald and don't have a beard, I really don't like you. I hope I don't go bald. Like if you're bald but you have a beard, I'm like, I don't know why, but I attribute the length of hair to the trustworthiness of a man. Not women. I don't trust women. Don't trust women. Women are hoes. Don't trust them. I'm kidding. Not all women are hoes. You still shouldn't trust them. They're sneaky, just like the Jews. I'm kidding. They're not nowhere near as sneaky as the Jews. God, I'm digging a hole. I am trying to get banned off of YouTube already. 3 videos in and just banned, huh? No, I'm not trying to get banned. I'm just being a smartass. But I do legitimately, like, if some old man walks up to me with just like an Amish, like, to his belly button beard, I'm gonna do whatever that dude says. If that dude's like, hey, go try to stop that semi truck, here's a rock, I'm gonna go try to stop a semi truck with a rock. I mean, like, whatever that dude says, I'm gonna do it. If he looks like he's been living in the mountains for 10 years, I'm probably gonna do whatever that guy says. I don't know why. If you look like a mountain man, I feel obligated to trust you. If you don't look like a mountain man, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm all right. Obviously, I'm kidding. I'm just being silly, but some people will take that seriously and be like, this guy's so dumb. He only trusts people with long hair. He doesn't even have long hair. Well, not anymore. I cut it. It was getting like really unbearable. If you want to go back on Rumble and find some of my old videos where my hair was like down to my shoulders, I might grow it out again. But yeah, Brian's an idiot. Greta got attacked. So, hey, bonus video or bonus episode. Bonus segment. I don't. Words are hard, okay? And I'm a little on the dumb side here. So you had me being a little on the dumb side and words being hard. And it's just like, I'm lucky I make it through the day, okay? Like let's be realistic. I'm lucky I make it through the day. That's all I got for you though. So if you're stuck around through the autistic ramblings of a madman, I got something in my eye. sorry. If you stuck around through the autistic ramblings of a madman, good on you. To that guy who left early, you missed out, bro. I hope you see this. I hope somebody tells you how much you missed out. To the one guy that left early, you're missing out. Anyway, that's all I have for you. So I'm gonna end this now. I really need to work on a closing. I don't really have I don't have a conclusion. So you just kind of get my ramblings until the end. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I don't know why I am this way. I'll do better in the future. I probably won't. Uh-oh. Now I can't end the stream. Oh no. Did you miss me? Let's see if we can end the stream now. Technical difficulties.